going around. These guys really putting it all out there, trying to get ready for Cup.
You know, in 187 starting with 4 players right now. I'm not sure exactly. That was a long intermission right there, starting with 4 players. No penalties on there, though, Matty.
Yeah, that is a mental mistake. If there's no penalty, you got guys on your roster for a reason. That just in case of this, you know, whatever's happening in there, you got to field 5 guys, and especially when you're playing Houston Heat, man. And now let's see if the guys left out there for up to 187 can get it done. Looks like Fedorov getting shot by Brian Jankel, but then it looks like Nick LaValle coming off early, getting shot out of his spot for 187 crew. So just 3 players left alive for crew, and Houston Heat with 4 bodies. Chad George, Jacob Edwards, John Woodley, and Ryan Smith. Big goose egg for Jacob Edwards so far. No confirmed kills for him, in case you're keeping stats for your fantasy.
Now look at the spread in the field right now. 187 trying to hold it down for the Snake. Filling out to the Snake side corner over here is Houston Heat. But he gets clipped on the way out there by number 1, Jankel.
So Jacob Edwards trying to make that Phil Stiffer. He gets shot, but Chad George still up in here just doing work by himself. He got that first kill across the field on the ball. And then he takes out Jankel and gonna run down and finish the game out. Houston Heat busting down that sidelines.
That was number 11, Ryan Smith, running down the field and taking out the last 187 player.
That's just so frustrating. If you're an Upton 187 crew fan, it's just a heartbreaker to see him take the field with 4 bodies for no reason. They go down another point here. Score going to be 4-1. 10 minutes and 44 seconds to go. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back, and thank you for accessing awesome paintball gear from RozzleLife.com. Yeah, you know, Rozza believes in creating something for absolutely everyone. You can customize any Rozza jersey or have your own custom jersey designed just for you. Wow, Rozza sure makes it easy to represent who you are and where you're from with custom jerseys, pants, and much more. You really can get in on the action and feast on all Rozza has to offer by calling right away. So the story of the year right now is how Rozza can really bring out the style your team is looking for. Thanks for checking out RozzleLife.com. Come right back after watching this tournament.
Welcome back here to the 2013 PSP World Cup, biggest tournament in the entire world. Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez. There's over 400 teams here. We're watching the best of the best throw down in the Champions Division. 187 crew and Houston Heat. Houston Heat up over 187 crew. 4-1 in case you're just tuning in. And looks like 187 crew getting 5 guys out here for this point.
Dan Zaleski taking the Snake in the break. Great move. Let's see if he can capitalize on that by getting down the field a little bit and getting a few G's. You know, number 11, Ryan Smith taking the walk for Houston Heat on the Dorito side of the field. 4 on 5 in favor of 187.
Ooh, and Sergey just took one on top of the loader out of that Snake side can. He comes off. Monville looks like he got bounced going into Snake 1. Zaleski hit Snake 1 on the break. The ball up the middle for Upton 187. Was up in the middle, but then retreated all the way back to the Dorito corner and got shot. Very ridiculous move right there.
And Dan Zaleski also taking the walk in the same token. I think he was busy watching this guy running out the field. And now number 37, Eddie Painter, taking the walk as well. But in the process, number 19, Sam Monville, also getting shot. So it's a 2-on-2 game right now, Matty.
Yeah, what a crazy point here. Matthew Tarula and Max Traylor left alive on the field for Upton 187 crew. No one in the Snake for either team. Oh, look at this, though. Looks like Fedorov gets dinked out of the back corner bunker on the Snake side. So So it's just Mishka left alive here against two Upton 187 crew players. Must-win situation for Upton with 9 minutes 24 seconds. If they make pull it within 2 here with this much time, they will have a chance to get back in this game.
You know, Fedorov having 3 kills this game, but still, he is having a rough day of it. Oh, and Max Trailer taking the walk. But 187 crew pulling out a point right here. He's making a 4-2 game if the flag hang is clean. As we talked about earlier, if you guys don't know at home, if you get shot during the game and you are the flag guy, like you see on your screen right now, number 3, if you hang that flag with a hit on you, it's considered a dirty hang. And by dirty hang, what we're talking about is that you are eliminated players, so the flag hang will not be good, and the point will be nil. So the point's over regardless of how many players you have in the field. If you hang the flag and you are hit, that is considered a dirty hit. What you just seen on your screen right there, number 3, Matt Jarula thought there was a questionable call on his loader or something, decided to call himself out and have Max Trailer hang the flag for him. Pretty good heads-up play right there by Matthew Jarula, just to make sure they're going to get that point, because the last thing you want right now if you're 187 is to have a dirty hang like you saw earlier by Sam Monville. Split screen right there. Houston Heat on your left, you see one guy taking the walk, number 57, that's Chad George on your right.
And 2 players from 187 crew taking the walk, both from the D side. So just 3 players left alive for 187 crew on your screen right now. See, Dan Zaleski, really, you can tell by his body language, he wants to get across that lane. He's rolling his gun, wants to fight, widen the field, and get into the snake. No one in the snake for either team right now. Zaleski wants to make that move. He's looking, maybe go out to the back corner. He's trying to figure it out.
You got Sergey over there in that Dorito side can. That's the guy that I'm talking about. He can just sit in that can and just pump that lane. If he just stays disciplined and communicates with Monville, number 19, in that can right there, they can lock off both sides of the field. And it's really hard to push through lanes that you can't initially see. You got to look at the 1 or 2 people in front of you and then try and make that move. And see Zaleski right there trying to edge out, trying to put balls back in on Sergey, but Sergey...
So disciplined, Todd. Look how disciplined Sergey is on holding that down. He's dead center of your screen, there's Sergey, and he's just trying to hold that lane down. Very disciplined, hasn't dropped that lane yet. So him and Zaleski are in this little match, and then here goes Zaleski. Did he get across? Zaleski got across, so Sergey not able to pick him up. So Sergey's gonna be a little frustrated as Zaleski powering his way down the snake side, past snake 2, into snake 3, and then there goes Monville. He digs out to the corner, back corner bunker, on the snake side, and then immediately guns up down the line. There's Zaleski.
Good heads-up play by Zaleski, but on the far side of the field, 187 crew losing another player, but backing up Zaleski now. Number 37, Eddie Painter.
Sergey doing a good job of protecting his body. He saw Zaleski get into the snake, and he didn't want to be standing in that can and get hung out to dry, so he came across and he got the snake with him. Looks like Chad Boucher makes a move out of that Dorito side corner, up into the Dorito side temple. Zaleski is going to get ran down on the inside right there.
Yeah, because
he teams up on Eddie Painter.
Yeah, Eddie Painter got shot out of his bunker as the support man right behind Zaleski, which just made Zaleski turn into cannon fodder over here for Sam Monville as he gets ran down. So Monville stepping it up here, as well as Chad Boucher and Sergey. So nice goal. Excellent point played by Sergey over there. Very technical and very calm, methodical. Was holding that lane.
On the break right now, on your screen, 187 crew digging out, trying to get 5 alive, Matty.
And it looks like they're able to do it. Oh, no, they did lose 1.
And it looks like
that
Woodley
might be
got
a penalty.
Attack on the break,
that's going to be,
too.
yeah, it's a penalty.
Yeah, it's definitely minor.
So minor penalty called on Houston Heat. And I think that was Jacob Edwards. John Woodley. So John Woodley, Jacob Edwards got pulled from John Woodley's penalty. 3 players left alive for Heat: Sergey, Sam, and Chad George. Upton 187 crew with 6 minutes to go, down 3 points. They have 5 alive. They need to start pushing forward and utilize the power play that they're on right now. No one in the snake right now for Upton 187 crew. Has looked like a little surgery being done on the snake side.
There's not time for that right now. And that's such a bummer when you're like that front snake guy, Max Trailer, working on his gun. You see Sergey slipping out to the Dorito side, but nobody over here. Oh, getting shot, but nobody over here for Houston Heat. You know, that minor penalty is ticking down right now. 2 seconds, 1 second. John Woodley's going to come out of the box blazing. Does he make it? No, he gets a shot from across the field, Todd. And now it's just still not. Oh, there goes the last player. I think that was Chad Boucher. And here comes 187, bringing it within 3, or within 2. There's a lot of playing this heat.
Yeah, so Houston Heat getting a couple penalties here, you know, allowing Upton 187 to hang around in this game. Houston Heat definitely seems like they're playing better paintball right now, you know, clearly with the lead, but
Doing about 3/4 of the coaches did. And they do choose to risk Chad George out wide. And Todd, 187 crew did not listen to your advice and send anyone up the center. They choose to take a little conservative breakout here. But it works, 5 alive for them. But can they work out of that doubled up spot here? You can look, I mean, look, they're doubled up in the spot. They want to fight out. Oh, but 2 players coming off early. Chad George gets shot out of his bunker, and so does Konstantin Fedorov, and they eat up Nick Sloviak as well. Here comes Upton 187 crew trying to make this a 1-point match. Oh, but they're pushing too fast up the snake side as Jankel gets taken out.
still Pishka doing a good job of switching his gun from the Dorito side. Nick Sloviak tried to fill out to that side, stop the bleeding. He got chopped up too. So the only bodies left alive for Houston Heat now on the Dorito side in the corner and in the Dorito 1. But Derula goes into Snake 3 right now successfully. Another body gets chopped up down the Dorito wire of Upton 187. That's Max Trailer. He comes walking off right now. Greg Lizotte for Upton 187 gets shot. Now it's just Derula and Painter.
Todd, what do we always say? You got to win the high body situations. When you come out and destroy Houston Heat and you go 5-on-3, 5-on-2, and then all of a sudden you start losing bodies, pushing aggressively, too aggressively, get greedy, man, that is you just can't do that. You cannot do that if you want to win games out here in the Champions League. And those are the small mistakes, the on-field big game mistakes that we've seen 187 crew try to work on. Let's see if Derula stepping up here. So Derula puts 187 crew on his back, carrying him over here on the snake side of the field. And he's clocking it, getting it done. So Derula looking to win this point here, and you need that. You know, one of the rookies on that team, Matt Derula, and if he could win this point, that would be huge for Upton 187 crew.
Yeah, Derula played that very smart. He went from knuckle to knuckle, looking for the bodies, making slow, methodical movements, not running out, just running down the field. And now he is in the backfield of Houston Heat. That's Ryan Smith there, up in that corner. Derula communicating with his teammate, working the 2-on-1. Upton still with the body advantage.
Yeah,
what you don't want to do is lose a gunfight.
And Todd, Eddie Painter, you know, not surprising, he did not die in all that chaos. Eddie Painter is probably the smartest, most calm, methodical player on Upton 187 crew, and showing it right there as even though a lot of his guys saw the blood in the water and started running to their deaths, Matt Derula and Eddie Painter clock in for Upton 187 crew to pull within 1 with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. So we got ourselves mapped where those 5 variables are. So here we go, 187 crew on your screen, trying to get a good break here. Can they stay 5 alive and get themselves a chance to tie this up? Oh, it looks like they shoot Sam Bonville off the break, so 4 bodies left alive for Houston Heat. Chad George, though, he's in a really good spot. The referee's going to run in and check him out. Insert bunker.
He took that.
Snake 2.
He took that same route I talked about before. That's an impressive route. I really like it. I can see a lot more people that are going to probably take that route.
What a huge play call. Oh, but look at Sergey dying out of his spot behind Chad George. So it is going to be up to Chad George for Houston Heat here in Snake 3 as he loses the 2 players behind him. And then also it looks like somebody just got chewed up. It was John Woodley gets eaten up trying to get out on the D side. So now just 2 players left alive for Houston Heat. Here is Upton 187 crew's opportunity to tie this game up. 4 players left alive for them. And here's that high body situation. You got to win these high body situations if you want to contend in the Champions Division.
You know, we got 1 minute 36 seconds left in this game. 5-4 in favor of Houston Heat. But right now the advantage goes to 187. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. If I was 187, I'd come down this snake and just blow Chad George to pieces and then let your back player follow up and shoot the other guy across the field. That is exactly what I think is going to happen.
Well, Chris, to kind of second what you're saying, Jacob Edwards, who's the only player left. Now he's finally got his gun up on this snake side of the field because no one was watching over Chad George for a second. Because Jacob Edwards, and now Jacob Edwards has his gun to the D side. So this is when the timing is so crucial in these moves, man. When you look at it going against really good. Zaleski dropped the hammer. He launches to try to drop the hammer, but he gets shot across field. But Jacob Edwards dies trying to protect Chad George. So it's just Chad George against 3 players up to 187 crew.
Oh, it looks like Zaleski, he got bounced in the chest. coming out of that snake quarter into the snake. He's still alive.
That's lucky for 187 crew. And now